Good morning, Lieutenant Andrew Siebenborn, Siebenborn. I'm the lieutenant in our support services section, which is part of that falls under me as our traffic section in our traffic enforcement efforts. I want to talk to the public today just to detail some recent efforts that our agency in partnership with multiple other agencies have been conducting. Reference high-speed driving, exhibition driving, reckless related driving. You've seen me up here before speaking of this, but we are continuing those efforts, and that time doubling down on those efforts to address this dangerous driving behavior, because traveling at these speeds, engaging in these behaviors as such, is a danger to not only the operators of the vehicles engaging in them, but also a danger to the general public who's going about their normal tours of duty. So far this year, we've had 3 of these multi-agency saturations. We had one on March 29th, which is a Friday. We had another one on Friday, April the 12th, and recently we had one just this Saturday on May 18th, and we've had some really great results. But the only reason we get the great results is because of the incredible partnerships we have with the other agencies that are partnering alongside our agency. So I specifically want to reach out and thank the South Dakota Highway Patrol. They have tasked several of their troopers to assist us in these endeavors. I want to thank the Minnehaha County Sheriff's Office, as they've been able at times to provide deputies to assist us, along with the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office, as well as provided deputies at times to assist during these saturation efforts. And we recognize as the Sioux Falls Police Department that all these agencies have to pick and choose where they deploy their officers and their troopers. And we're just very thankful that we're united behind this common mission of providing safe travel for our citizens, and that they're willing to partner with us on these endeavors. Going over the total of the 3 operations, we've issued 310 traffic-related citations, 120 warnings. We've had 34 total arrests for various things. Of those 34 arrests, 13 of those arrests were for eluding law enforcement. 3 of those arrests were related to drugs, and then we also had 4 DWI arrests as well. We're using absolutely every tool we have in the toolbox to address this behavior. Speeding, the noise complaints regard to speeding, the danger caused by speeding and engaging in this type of behavior is one of the, I can tell you quite frankly, is the largest singular complaint we get at the Sioux Falls Police Department, and we're continually to address this on even these large scale operations to go along with every single night that we have traffic officers detailed around the city to address traffic specific issues. So I'm certainly more than happy to stand for any questions that you may have, but I think it's important to note we're only one piece of this puzzle on the front end of enforcement. It then rolls into partnering with the Minnehaha County the Minnehaha County State's Attorney's Office, along with the Lincoln County State's Attorney's Office, because some of these violations do occur down there, and making sure that reference the more serious cases, that we prepare cases that are able to be effectively litigated in court if necessary. And then the back end of this is making sure that our judges and potentially juries are holding people accountable for these actions and the behaviors that they're engaging in. I can tell you specifically in regard to eluding and stuff as such, that is one of the most dangerous things that can occur within our community, because of the danger it poses to the public. So some of these are very time-consuming investigations, but we have a great team, and I really want to applaud Sergeant Dalton from the Sioux Falls Police Department, specifically, as he's the one who's been tasked with organizing these. He'd be the first to defer all of the success to this to the rank and file officers and sergeants from the other agencies that are assisting us as well. But he's done a great job of putting this together and putting stats together and tying these things together as well. So if you have any questions, I can certainly answer any questions. Awesome, I appreciate it. I'll turn it over to the Chief Toon. Looks like he's gonna
change my mind. Hi, Chief John Toon. Just want to talk briefly about this subject. I just want people to know that we are actively engaging with other partners, to include lawmakers and legislators, and doing some research now on different ways we can enhance and change laws within our state, within our community, to raise the punishment or to clearly define what these cases are, what they're doing. We want to work proactively with lawmakers. As Lieutenant Siebenborn said, we've got great people. We can only be so many places at so many times, and we need to look at legislatively through our lawmakers what we can do to really deal with some of these issues. The public has spoken. We hear the public loud and clear. We understand their concerns and complaints, and that's where I think it's time we engage with lawmakers and look at what are some solutions to some of these issues. So look forward to that in the coming future, and especially next legislative session, how we can work together to deal with some of these. So thank you.
Okay, a couple of things. One of them I'm going to start off with is, I guess, a follow-up to the shooting that we talked about yesterday. This was, excuse me, Saturday afternoon, about 5:20. We were notified of a shooting that took place in the 800 block of North Irene Place. In that instance, we had two guys were involved. We're not exactly sure what led up to it, but at one point our suspect pulled out a gun and ended up shooting the victim in the leg. The injury broke his femur. He was taken to the hospital with a pretty severe injury. As we investigated this, we were able to get a arrest warrant issued yesterday. We figured out who the suspect was. Again, we don't know what led up to the shooting, but the arrest warrant was issued yesterday. 4 different counts, alternate counts of aggravated assault domestic. That warrant carries a $50,000 cash bond. Around 1:30 p.m. yesterday, we had officers that saw the suspect driving. This was near 11th Street and 1st Avenue. There was a short pursuit, and the car ended up stopping near 14th Street and Dakota. The suspect then was arrested without incident. His last name is Caldwell, Caldwell. First is Marcel, Marcell. Middle is, I'll just spell it, Edrease, and he's 34 from Battle Creek, Michigan. Any questions about that? Okay. On the log, really not a whole lot there. We've got another gunshot call that happened this morning. This was in the 100 block of South Lake Avenue. This was around 6:30 a.m. This is I guess it has some similarities to the other one from Saturday, but this one involved 2 men. There was some type of argument or dispute. It was inside an apartment. The suspect ended up leaving, and then once he was outside, he ended up firing a gun into the victim's apartment. The victim was struck in the leg, and then the suspect left. So we have not been able to talk to the victim at all to find out really what happened, what led up to it, and who that person was. We're still investigating. Victim was taken to the hospital. He's 57, and no arrests on that. That's really it. The aggravated assaults are, one of them's a report, the other was a domestic. Burglaries are reports. Disorderlies, a couple of those involve juveniles, nothing big with the others. Sex offenses are reports, nothing suspicious with the unattended death. There's one weapons violation call. That was some gunshots that were heard near 28th Street in Duluth, but didn't have any reports of injury or damage on that. That's it, unless you have any questions. Okay, thanks.